welcome back to I Vegan You. I am Chef Nicole and I have a really cool recipe for you guys today. This is an awesome appetizer. Hush puppies. Vegan hush puppies. Yeah, they're amazing. They're like these little delicious cornbread balls, but I've spiced them up with a little bit of jalapeno and some vegan bacon. And so your body is like spicy, it's smoky, it's a little bit sweet, it's all the things. This is the best appetizer and it's an awesome converter appetizer. People want to go vegan after they have these babies. So, back to the hush puppies. Let me show you what you guys are gonna need. There's a couple of cool items. Energy egg replacer. You're gonna need this. Just follow the recipe on the box for 2 eggs. This is awesome in a lot of recipes. Helps things fluff up and really have the right consistency. It's a super cool product. Vegan bacon. Let's talk about it. Sometimes it's really disappointing, you know? And I've tried some bad ones and they're not cheap. But I finally found a really good one. This is Sweet Earth. This to me is the best bacon. This one's smoky. It says smoky. Hickory sage. I love this. I love this. It really makes the whole house smell bacony and it's just smoky. This is the best brand that I found. It's really, really good. Now, aside from this entire recipe is going to be gluten-free. So if you do have a friend that's sharing this and you want to keep the recipe gluten-free, then just omit the bacon. So you're going to go ahead and pre-fry up this package, which I've already done. I've got like all my little crispy bacons here, which we'll chop up and add later. You will need a half of an onion. If you would like to spice things up, this is optional, but I do have a diced jalapeno here. You're gonna need 1 cup of cornmeal and 3/4 a cup of the gluten-free flour. This is 3/4 a cup of almond milk. And then this is just the energy egg replacer that I told you guys about earlier. We have sugar. You're gonna need 3 tablespoons of sugar, and you're gonna need a teaspoon of the garlic powder, and 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, and 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, 1.5 tablespoons of olive oil, a teaspoon of, this is apple cider vinegar. It's a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar. Boom! Let's go over this. So I'm gonna just add all my dry ingredients first. So I'm gonna go ahead and toss in my cornmeal and my gluten-free all-purpose flour. I'm really excited. This is Father's Day today that we're making this, and my dad's coming over very soon, and he hasn't had these yet, and he's just such a sucker for spicy sweet. Dump in the sugar, then we're gonna add the garlic powder and our pepper, the baking powder. And oh yeah, I forgot to mention a little bit of Himalayan sea salt. Teaspoon or a few cracks, whatever you guys want to do. Don't over salt it, the bacon's a little salty already, so keep that in mind. Just in your bowl, just whisk together all your dry ingredients so you're ready. Beautiful. Now, I already pre-fried up my bacon on a little pan and I got it nice and crispy texture. Woo! You're just going to want to chop this into little crumbles. And I'm just doing a rough chop here with a knife, but if you wanted to, you definitely could just pulse it in your food processor really quick and get it all crumbled up into like little tiny bacon bits, basically. Oh, that's a good alternative. If you're gluten-free and you want to keep this totally gluten-free, get those bacon bits that are made out of coconut. Then it would be gluten-free. Yeah, and you can still have the bacony flavor. That's a good idea. This takes longer than I thought. It might be quicker just to pulse it. I want really small crumbles because I want people to get a little bacon flavor in every bite. Last time I pulsed it and it was done in a second. So I got this bacon all crumbled up. Soup's crumbly. Add that to our dry ingredients. Beautiful. Get all of those little bacony bits in there. So delicious. Give that a little stir. Tossle. I like to go ahead and just add in my half an onion. Finely chopped. I did kind of a coarse chop on this. You don't want to chop it up fine. I think it's even better because you're going to shape the balls. And depending on your spice comfort level, just add in your jalapeno. So you'll see later on, I'll show you. I'm going to serve this with a couple things. A recipe that I made previously that you guys could check out the video for my roasted garlic chipotle aioli. And I'm also going to serve it with a maple vegan butter. So I like the sweet maple butter with the spiciness of the jalapeno. So I really think that those two complement each other. Okay, now you're ready for your wet ingredients, which is going to turn this crumbly mixture into a batter. So go ahead and add in your almond milk, your olive oil, and your vinegar. course, your energy egg replacer for 2 eggs, equivalent of 2 eggs. Follow the package. Give this a good mix, you guys, and you know, it mixes pretty easily, so you can just do it with a fork and just whisk it all together. Mixing this until your batter kind of thickens up, and you can tell you kind of have almost like a cookie dough consistency in the batter. In the meantime, go ahead and just preheat your skillet. Get that ready. I just did that. Now we're just going to form these little hush puppies into balls and get them ready for frying. They don't really expand too much when you cook them. Huge. I like just a small ball like that. It's a good like 2 bite. Hush puppies. Hush. Keep on rolling these hush puppies out. Almost ready to fry up. This is kind of messy, you know. Get a little gooey hand at the end of it, but that's part of the fun, so don't shy away. Don't shy away from the gooey hand experience. It's good. Makes you feel like a kid again, you know? Okay guys, so we're over here and I've got my pan preheated a little bit. I've got it set to kind of a medium heat. And I'm going to add my oil to the fryer. Just enough to coat the bottom. You guys don't want it too deep. You don't need that. It's probably about 3 tablespoons. And I just used a light olive oil, but you could use coconut oil, whatever you guys are happy with, canola. I get that warmed up. My pan's already hot, so it's ready to go. And then I'm just going to go ahead and drop these hush puppies in to fry. Hear that sizzle. Hear that sizzle. Oh my gosh, so good. Now, don't overload your pan because you'll take the temperature down. And the whole thing is that you want to get the oil super hot so it kind of sears the outside of the hush puppy so your hush puppy doesn't soak up all that oil and then it's like dense hush puppy. We want this like fun, crispy hush puppies, not fatty hush puppies. I'm only going to put a couple more in. And this process takes a few minutes. You're just going to kind of brown the hush puppy on all sides. Very similar if you were going to make like, you know, a vegan meatball or something like that. Or a little falafel. They're frying up, and then in a little bit I'll flip them over, and then we'll kind of just be able to like roll them around at a certain point and get it totally, you know, fried up everywhere. Sizzle! Sizzle! So you just want to make sure it's just golden brown, and it's just going to get nice and crisp. These are really fun. You guys' friends are going to love these. I think I'm like more of a hush puppy fan now that I've seen that movie, Beast of the Southern Wild. A lot of people didn't see that. It's so good. Indie film, amazing. The actress, I don't know her name, she's so good. And her name's Hush Puppy. So that kind of makes me just want to eat these more. What a cute name for a kid, Hush Puppy. Hush Pup. These have a nice little sear at the bottom. You can start to see it's a little toasted. And I'll keep rotating them around until it's cooked on all the sides. This little guy's ready to flip. Woo! Now we're cooking. Okay kids, our hush puppies are getting super toasty brown. Check this out. It's a gorgeous crisp color. Nice toasted caramelized color all the way around. We've just been kind of flipping and rotating. And these are ready to take off. And then we can batch out with our second little group until we get all these little hush pups fried up. Oh, they look so good. Woo! I can't wait. I'm going to take these guys out right now. You will just repeat this little process until all of your batter has been turned into hush puppies. If you're making a lot, I would suggest putting the oven on warm and having a little cooking tray in there, and then as these like become done, you can keep them in there so they stay warm for the guests, because they definitely taste better hot. Okay guys, so all of our hush puppies are all nice and crisp and fried up, and I am just transferring them to their serving plate. Look at how beautiful and toasty. And you'll see here I've set up some sauces for my friends. I've got our chipotle garlic aioli out, and then I also just whipped together 1 tablespoon of maple syrup with about 3 tablespoons of Earth Balanced vegan butter. And you've got your 2 dipping choices. So, hush puppy, party on. Mwah. I want you to subscribe to my channel, I Vegan You. Yes, hit subscribe. I Vegan You. I'm Nicole Dursway, and I teach you amazing vegan recipes that you can cook at home in your own kitchen. And they'll be super popular with your friends, and it will save the baby seals. So subscribe. You want to believe in unicorns? Subscribe. You want fairies to stop dying every day? Subscribe. You want Prince Charming to finally show up on that white horse? Just subscribe. Okay?